We are off to spend 3 days exploring the spa capital of Australia. Located in the middle of the largest concentration of mineral springs in the country, sprinkled with so much nature, extinct volcanoes, farmland and forests, beautiful wildlife, and all the relaxation vibes. Daylesford is a town that most people would associate with the perfect cabin getaway. But we wanted to put our own twist on visiting this area, which we've come to before, but this time we wanted to explore the camping side of this region, if it even exists. So in this series, we're going to explore things to do in the area on a budget, see what the free camping has to offer, see if this fresh mineral water is worth the hype.
Taste this. Oh, you gotta taste this. It's got like a bubbly tonic water flavor.
I don't want to. And soak up all the autumn vibes that this town is known for. But first, if you watched our last series, you might remember us having some issues with our fridge. I think the fridge just died. It's plugged into the buoy, but it won't turn on.
It is now working perfectly.
Well, as we were packing up to hit the road for this trip, the fridge decided to stop working altogether. I know, perfect timing. We just got on the road, it's 5:45, and we just realized that our fridge is not working with the 12-volt plug. Doug just hopped online and the camping store has them available, a replacement. We just picked up tacos for dinner. We're heading to the campsite and we just made a mad dash in the middle of peak hour traffic to get here on time. They're packing up, but I think he's got it. We got it?
Last one on the shelf.
So hopefully that means all of our fridge troubles were because we needed a new cord. I don't think that's the case. I think we actually are gonna need a new fridge one day, but hopefully this gets us through this trip. The fridge is on its way out, guys. $50 later.
It's just the cable.
It's working? It's working! Oh my god. Let's see. Fingers crossed that the fridge doesn't act up the rest of this trip. But when I say that we made a mad dash, look at how Doug pulled into the parking lot. This is how we parked.
They were literally packing up as we got here. They were coming to lock the doors as we got here. It's like, sorry, mate.
Good morning. We're about 20 minutes outside of Daylesford, Victoria. And if you don't know what Daylesford is, it's a really good spot to come for autumn vibes. We've come here before where we've gotten an Airbnb and we've explored a little bit, but we wanted to bring the camping element to Daylesford and see what you can do in Daylesford on a budget. We're going to be staying at campsites that are maybe not in the center of Daylesford, but 15, 20 minutes outside, you know, that are a good base for you to stay at for free while exploring the Daylesford area. And I'm really excited because this is one of the suburbs in Victoria that really reminds me of home in autumn. It's always fun for me when I get to get a little taste of home because the homesick feels are real. It is a chilly 9 degrees this morning and we are heading into town.
This campsite might look a little bit familiar to some of you, but I'm still going to give you a quick rundown. Okay, this is Warburton's Bridge Campground, and it might look familiar because we have stayed here before. It was the very last cold plunge of that Murray River road trip that we went on. So if you want a full campsite tour, you can go back to that episode and watch it. But not the biggest campsite in the world, but it is a very nice, easy rest stop. It's got a toilet block, got a lot of flat ground. Has to go down as one of our favorites because at the back end of the campsite is where the creek gets nice and wide. It's a pretty good view if you can snatch that spot.
We got here in the dark last night and we hate driving in the dark because it just increases your chances of hitting anything, and 2 giant kangaroos jumped out in front of the van right before we got to camp, so it was a little scary, but we made it. And now that we're here, we will be arriving at camp before the sun goes down. Well, that's the aim at least, so we'll see how we go. But this campsite's so quiet today. I think there's only a couple of campers. Last time we were here, it was so busy. I'm not gonna leave you guys behind, come on. the vibes are on this morning. It is feeling like autumn. I am freezing. I can't feel my fingers. So that's great. And I wore my little geese duck hat. So hopefully I summon all the ducks to think that I'm their bestie.
Just being here at the lake, we've literally just parked the car and walked down to the side of the lake, and it feels like we have made the right choice for our autumn getaway. It is still, there is not a breath of wind, the ducks are playing in the pond, and Jamie always tells me about how those orange leaves make her feel so homesick because that is just New England. That's just a New England autumn. It has been nothing but foliage and colourful leaves from the drive all the way walking down to the waterfront.
Yes.
I think we made the right choice coming here. How are you feeling?
I'm ready for a hot chocolate.
Okay, apparently there is a cafe on the other side of the lake, over there somewhere. So we're gonna go for a walk and grab either a hot chockey, a tea, or a coffee.
Way over there. We could probably swim across. Let's go.
Also, very quickly, this is one of those spots that really make me think about getting a blow-up two-person canoe for the van. Really make me think about it.
Yeah, because this is the perfect little launch spot for a kayak, a supboard, a canoe. So
while we're here and talking about that, I'm going to drop a little, if you guys want to support the channel in any sort of way at all, you could leave a like, but also there is something down there called a super comment. And
a super thanks.
A super thanks. And canoes, inflatable canoes aren't the cheapest thing in the world. So every little bit helps grow the channel and the more stuff that we can do out here. So if you want to leave a super thanks, every single one helps.
Maybe Santa will drop us off an inflatable canoe.
Only if he's rich. You might think this large pile of dirt behind me is actually nothing, but in reality, this is actually what they call a mullock heap. It's left over from the Defiance Mining Company, and they set up a whole paddling machine here to dredge up the lake to get gold out of it, and this is all that is left of it. And now, all this foliage has grown all over it and added to the lake.
I got my hot chocolate, guys, and it has a marshmallow.
Like Daylesford, it's a great home base right in the center of Daylesford. There are walking trails all along the lake, a couple of kilometers worth of walking trails as well. You have to go and check out Walter's, delicious iced coffee, nice and strong. But even if you don't want to spend any money here, there is kids playground, there is picnic tables, there are barbecue pits around the place, there are public toilets, there is a nice big car park where there's plenty of room, and if you come here during the summertime, Walter's does homemade ice cream as well, so you have to let us know how that tastes.
It's so cute and quaint. It's like, I love what they've done with the place. I just love what they've done with the place. And there's purple swamp hens everywhere. And they are not scared of people. Okay, This one was trying to steal Doug's iced coffee when he went to the bathroom. So just be careful of the purple swamp hens, all right? We're not going to start the counter today because we'll be here all day. There's literally hundreds. But it was a beautiful spot for our morning walk. And now it's off to explore some more.
This sign tells the story of just some classic British activity back in the day. So, a lot of Chinese immigrated over to Australia back during the gold mining days, and they had to get set up in their own camp areas just for the Chinese. But the old Brits back in the day would go and visit them at night because, essentially, the parties were better. They had gambling, they had drinking, it was more lively. So all night long, the Brits would go and visit the Chinese in their camps, have a great time, and then all day long, they would condemn them. Essentially, just talk trash behind their back. Classic stuff.
We're heading back to the van, and someone saw us filming, and they walked by and they were like, "What are you doing?" And we're like, "Well, we're filming for our YouTube channel." And then she was like, "Oh, I want to see you dancing." I feel like everyone, if they see you filming in public, they think you're just one of those TikTok dancing on the camera. That's not going to be us. I mean, never say never, but
say never.
Anyway, that's a little behind the scenes for you. Back to the van.
We made it to the Thomas lookout here. It looks out over all of Daylesford. It's really nice and there is a big car park here, but it's also got the start of an orienteering trail. If you don't know what orienteering is, essentially you walk off into the bush with nothing but a map and a compass and start to look for the markers. It's not really a sort of laid out walking trail, the kind that we go on all the time. It's a little bit more bush bashing, but it's actually like set out on the map. You just need a compass to find out where the spots are. We used to do it a little bit in cadets. It was pretty fun, but have not done it since I've been an adult. If you do make it to Daylesford, come and check out the Thomas Lookout. It gives you such a stunning view over the entire town. It's just the credit card. Security alert, the card has been blocked.
Oh, it's the credit card.
It's just the credit card, which is good. So we still have the savings card and we still have the business card that are open. So we're not stuck out in Daylesford bankrupt. And the card's had a lock put on it. So it's all good. Okay. And considering that I can show them that I spent money in Melbourne yesterday on the savings card, I don't think that they're going to believe that I am in Italy right now. So the money will get refunded. Honestly, good on CommBank for being so quick to it.
Okay, this is the part of the video where our microphone decided it was over vlogging, which is really unfortunate because this spot has such a great little history that we spoke about, and I will say we know nothing about trout farming, but the process in which they used to farm this trout here was so fascinating. They had a series of little ponds that fed into each other, and a really cool, intricate setup that was all broke down on this sign, dating back to the early 1950s. They had this copper for boiling the livers to feed the trout in the background right here. What the heck? Milking milt from a male trout. Oh, look at Monty Kirby. Pictured here in 2009. Remember fondly his time volunteering at the hatchery. He's so cute. Look at him. Hi, Monty. I can't believe the building's still standing. This is crazy. Unfortunately, a nearby potato factory was opened, and the chemicals from that factory were flowing into the trout farm, essentially killing off the population and ruining all their hard work, which is so sad. But many people still come visit today to see the old building and gather some mineral water out the back, and we are about to go explore both. Let us know in the comments if you would be brave enough to go inside here. It's so creepy. It's so creepy. I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere near this.
I don't want to go.
Dad.
I don't want to go.
Guys, don't you give me the keys to the van.
Oh, there's cobwebs on the doorway. Oh. Oh my god. This place is nasty. It's this old wooden trout farm building. The ceilings in here, look. They're so low, and it feels like you're in an old Indiana Jones movie. If you are not a fan of spiders, and I am not, do not come into this building. Oh my god.
This place just feels creepy. It feels haunted. It feels like, what are we doing? We're in the back of some guy's farm, and there's just water coming out of the ground, and we're supposed to just go over and drink it?
It's just a pipe sticking out of the ground, coming out of the bottom of this bloke's farm. What the hell?
You're gonna drink it?
I'm gonna drink it. We have to taste them all.
Gotta taste them.
Yeah, taste them all.
This is sus, okay? This is sus. You want me to drink this? I'm gonna get botulism. I'm gonna get tapeworms.
This is healthy. I'm so vegan right now.
Tell him to stop, guys. Hit the like button. Hit the like button so he stops. Oh my god. Look at these pieces of wood just rotting away, and he's just gonna drink this?
That's the freshest water I've ever tasted.
Oh wow, that's dramatic.
I'm not even kidding. Try some. This is the freshest water I've ever had.
Oh, I don't like it.
It tastes so good.
Wow. It tastes like bottled spring water. It just feels so wrong.
It tastes fresh, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it still freaks me out. Some guy's farm's right there. We're just pulled over on the side of the road.
That. It's
I know, but it's just like these things. Honestly, it tastes fresh. It tastes good. There's nothing floating in it.
It tastes clean. It tastes really fresh.
It tastes like filtered water.
Yeah.
it's weird. And it's freaking me out because it's just all these like weird boards are like rotting away next to it and like these random bricks, and I just filled up my cup and now I'm drinking it. Like, where am I? Where the hell am I drinking out of this cup? Like,
you're an ancient trout
my mom,
farm.
this is my mom says I'm her gray hair child because I give her gray hairs because I do stuff like this. It doesn't taste
Why
bad.
are you making that face?
I know, it doesn't taste bad. It just freaks me out because what the hell? It just feels like I'm gonna get tapeworms. I'm gonna get botulism. What's all those other things? Oh my god, I don't even know who I am right now. I can't. Oh my god, I got a tapeworm.
This is some of the cleanest water I've seen, and the taste of it, honestly, I'm not kidding. It tastes so fresh. It's incredible. It's incredible how fresh this tastes. I'm actually going to fill this up and take some of this with me. Just looking around, there's blackberries around the place as well.
No.
So I think out of all of the free camping series that Jamie and I have ever done on YouTube, I'm going to say that this little turn off on the road, that abandoned hut, is the best free campsite in Victoria. It's got free food, free water, a roof over your head. It's got plenty of arachnid friends to be buddies with.
All right. Cut. We're not talking about these things on this channel, okay? It's not that kind of channel. Get away from them. Let's go. Oh my god, you guys, this thing, see what happens? This is why I can't take him anywhere. Can't take him anywhere. Lots of beautiful birds. It is beautiful here, I won't lie. Beautiful with a slight creepy vibe.
Okay, we were meant to find a picnic spot here at the Daylesford Lake Gardens, but the rain has started to come down, so I think we're gonna go find a nice cafe.
I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll have a picnic in the van.
We're gonna go find a cafe.
No one invited you, Rain. It hasn't rained all morning. Of course, the minute we're like, let's do a picnic outside, the rain comes.
Unbelievable.
We're gonna go back in the van. The camera's getting wet. But on the other side of the lake is the Daylesford Lake Garden. So you could come check that out if it's not raining. And come have a picnic because it's a great picnic spot. After our failed attempt to do a picnic today, we went to a cafe called Muffins and More. We actually attempted to go to this place last time we were in Daylesford, but it was closing. So we went in and just got something to eat. And compared to a lot of the other places in Daylesford, this place was actually pretty affordable.
It was $24 for both of us to eat. Now, it's not the most beautiful place in Daylesford. Daylesford is a getaway location, but we're trying to do Daylesford on a budget. So we went to one of the more simple hole-in-the-wall places. $24, I got a chicken focaccia. Jamie got 3 scrambled eggs on toast.
This time of year it gets a little chilly, so they had blankets out, which was really nice. But it was just basic. The eggs were basic, they were friendly, but it was basic. We had a good feed.
Having said that, like how many times we dropped basic, I don't want it to like come off like the place wasn't nice or good. Like the food was delicious, the staff were very friendly, like Jamie said. It was clean, it was nice. Like if you're rained out and you need somewhere to get a quick feed at a decent price somewhere in Daylesford, go to Muffins and More.
Yeah, before we head to camp, hopefully we can squeeze in a couple more things. Like we said, we are not going to be driving at night. It is autumn, so the sun is setting around like 5:15. So we need to get to camp. Like, we want to be heading to camp by like 3, just in case it's full and we need a backup plan. Like, we're trying to give ourselves as much time as possible. So we're gonna try and squeeze in one more thing. The rain is still raining.
We want to check out a waterfall, but it is raining.
Who knows? It's spitting down rain, so let's see if we can squeeze a waterfall in before we head to camp. All right. If all goes to plan, we will see you at a waterfall. We are officially here at the waterfall, but we have not made it down to where it is because it is still raining and there are these steep rocks and it is very slippery. We read on Google that it gets slippery when it's raining, so of course that's the weather we're in right now. I'm a little nervous to go down here. If you've seen my previous episodes, my boots don't have much traction on them. All right, go watch the Den of Nargoon. I was slipping and sliding.
Also, the camera is in a garbage bag right now. It's making it incredibly difficult to film and walk on these slippery rocks. So
We'll see you down.
we might just see you guys when we get to the bottom of this. We are currently trekking literally up the river because there is no path on either side that gets you to the watering hole. When you come down from the walkway that is just rocks all the way down, you end up getting to the Loddon River. If it was raining any worse and it was any more flooded, you wouldn't be able to get to the watering hole. I hope the rain doesn't pick up, to be honest. But you've got to walk along the river, along the high rocks in the river to get to the watering hole. Yeah, we'll see. It sounds like we're only a couple of 100 meters, not even a couple of 100 meters. It sounds like we're like 50 meters away, so we're gonna press on.
We've made it to the waterfall. I don't know if it's worth it in the rain. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful swimming hole. And I wish it was sunny and we could get amazing drone shots and a cold dip. That would be awesome. I just don't know if it's worth... What are you? I don't know if it's worth hiking through the actual river to get here. All you can smell while you're down here walking along the river was dead kangaroo, and we found where it was. I can imagine the kangaroos just running across the grass up there and then not realizing there's this massive gorge here and just falling to their death. And that is what has happened. It is beautiful. I just don't know if it's worth it. If they had a better path, I would say yes, but I feel like if you're gonna come here for a swim in the summer, it might be worth it, but you're gonna have to earn it, okay? You're gonna have to earn it. This is not just a pull up and go view the beautiful spot kind of location. You need to earn it, risk it for the biscuit. But it is beautiful. And now we are soaking wet. And this is the warmest thing I have to wear tonight. So, fun times.
You're going back in the bag. See you back at camp. Also, the road down to the Loddon waterfall, not much better than the walk down to the waterfall. It is big chunks of rock mixed in with some dirt. You can do it in a two-wheel drive, but it is a slog. We're back at camp, and I don't know if you can hear this, but it is still rainy. Speaking of hear this, we just checked the footage from the day. Looks like our microphone is going out for no reason, so we just ordered a new one, but while we're on the road for the rest of this series, we're just gonna have to make do. Considering how much it's raining out there, I think we're just gonna bunker down inside the van for the rest of the night. We'll give you guys a tour of this campsite, which turned out to be pretty busy, but we'll give you guys a tour of this campsite in the morning.
So we are cozied up in the van and we are cooking dinner.
It's actually very rare for us to cook dinner in the van. We like doing it outside, especially when it's on the fire when it's a nice starry night, but the rain actually has gotten worse since we went to the waterfall.
So yeah, we have the door cracked open and we are cooking inside. Maybe we'll do some s'mores over the campfire flame.
Might happen. This was so important to us to be able to cook in the van when we designed it, just for nights like tonight.
Yeah.
If you were new around here, and I would say a lot of you are new around here because we did the van build episode series probably when we had 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
So we actually based this van off off an Icelandic travel company called Cozy Campers. We love the setup of it purely because we can stretch out in the bed with our fold-up kitchen, but we can also have plenty of room to cook with our fold-up kitchen when we need to.
Yeah, and a lot of people that have vans our size that you can't stand up in, they'll have pop-out kitchens or pop-out kitchens in the back. And we're just like, when it's raining, we will not be bothered cooking outside. We will just want to sit in the van and we'll end up just eating crap. But this way, you can crack the side door or crack the back door and it's quick and easy and we can access everything from inside and So yeah, the rain does not really get in the way of us being able to cook in the van, which is great.
Yeah, it doesn't slow us down. But when you leave your tongs on the outdoor kitchen set on the roof.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'm so tired. I don't know, these early like winter night hours is like tripping me up. My body's like sleepy at 3:30, like ready for bed.
Yeah.
Because the sun's starting to set. I'm about to make my sleepy tea. If you know me, you know I have my sleepy time tea. Like an hour or two before bed, I start sipping on my sleepy time tea. I know we said see you in the morning, but we wanted to share some of this because
we really cook in the van.
We rarely cook in the van, but also I just feel like this day has not gone to plan. We lost a lot of audio and I'm feeling really crappy about it. And so hopefully this is interesting to you. This is supposed to make up for all the fun adventures we were supposed to have today.
That we went on, we just didn't record any.
We have some Italian fennel pork sausages paired with some Moroccan style couscous, which will be good, and then a side of potato salad as well. This is one of our quick, easy, throw together meals. We can just whip up the sausages and throw the sides on the plate, and
done.
It's our go-to.
Getting home to camp these days really is more of just like a wet wipe bath, put some food in you, and then just lie down and relax because we usually do film go so much.
Yeah.
So it's probably why we don't show a lot of like what happens when the sun goes down in the van.
Because yeah, that's our downtime in between filming. So we're usually filming between like 6:30 a.m. till like 6 p.m.
Sunset, pretty much.
Sunset, yeah. So they're really long days, but this is usually what they look like at the end. When we're not climbing gorges and going down to waterfalls and finding dead kangaroo remains.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, what are you having for dinner tonight?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I would love to know. And especially, oh my god, if you're having tacos, then you're my best friend. So, hey bestie!
Also vote, tacos or pizza. We're rambling now.
Good night! You're boiling the kettle for my sleepy time tea, and dinner is served. What do you think, guys? Would you eat this? It's gourmet! Gourmet dining here.
Good morning. That was a nice night's sleep. I don't know if we mentioned this last night, but we slept. This campground is inside of an old volcano. It's extinct, but the way that the fog has settled inside of this place, with all of the foliage falling off the trees, definitely gives it an autumn vibe. So this is the Mount Franklin Reserve Campground. It is nice and big. You can fit quite a lot of camper vans in here. Maybe 20, 30, maybe 50. The entire campground is inside the bowl of an old volcano, which hasn't been active for 500,000 years. What is so fascinating about it is the road to get into the Mount Franklin campsite is from the old lava flow back in the day when this was an active volcano. Again, that was like 500,000 years ago. It is wild. But it does form this circular bowl that has this ring road around the outside of it, which is essentially where all the campsites are dotted around. There's a couple of campsites dotted on the inside. We got one of the inside ones, but then there's campsites dotted around the outside of the bowl as well. And in the morning, this entire thing is just filled with fog and silence. It's a very, very eerie feeling, but it's a phenomenal little campsite if you want to come to it. There is a brand new toilet block that's been installed. There's a day use picnic area. I think there's some walks that get up to the peak of the outside of the bowl. There are some designated flat spots throughout the center of the crater, but then on the outside spots, they do have a bit of a lean to them, which, you know, obviously we're inside a volcanic crater. You're allowed fire pits here. This is a wonderful little campsite. There's no water views, but you know, I think for the atmosphere that happens inside of this place, this one is definitely worth putting on your list of campsites to come and check out. Van life is like 90% sweeping out the van. We never show this on camera, but pretty much every time we open the van door, it's like sweep out the van, sweep out the van, sweep out the van. Also, if you're curious as to why our van floor looks like this, it's because this is a convertible work van. I spend most of the week doing plastering or drywalling out of the back of this van. So that is a bucket of drywalling glue that fell over in traffic and stuck to the floor. There's little things like that all throughout the van. One day, we'll have a permanent setup.
Really autumn vibes here. This is the most perfect campsite in the autumn. So if you were looking for those autumn vibes and it's the autumn season here in Melbourne, come here. It's so pretty. It can get busy, but I'd say it's worth it. We're still like have our own space, but it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. We have a full day of adventures ahead of us and we have another waterfall to tackle. So I'm hoping that it is a much better experience than yesterday because I didn't really enjoy that one the most. We've had better experiences at waterfalls. It was still beautiful, but I'm not trying to risk my life out here, okay, for a waterfall. So yeah, wish us luck. Good morning!
Morning, guys.
This is the end of day 1 of our Daylesford series, and I'm really excited the sun is coming out.
Daylesford still has a lot to offer. Even though we've already been here for one day, doesn't mean that we can't fill 2 more days here. There is so much to do in this small town, so we are super excited to go and tackle it all.
So let us know in the comments, what was your favorite part of today? Was it our failed waterfall attempt? Almost busting our butts. We are literally waking up inside a volcanic crater. Like, what is life?
Also, let us know down there in the comments, would you drink out of that pipe that was sticking out of the ground that we drank out of in this episode? I feel great this morning. How do you feel? You had a bit of that water.
Yeah, I did. But like when we went to the cafe, like I wasn't really that hungry. Like I don't know. I feel like I did something.
It was the minerals. It was filling.
I feel like I have tapeworms.
Oh, we're going back. We're going back. I'm loading up all
like
the vans.
I have botulism or something.
No, you don't have botulism. It was filling. It was filling water. It was really good. I'm going back there today.
If you want to see where we end up sleeping tonight, because honestly, we have no idea. We might end up back in the volcanic crater. Make sure you tune in to next week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you have, hit the like button, and we will hopefully see you in the comments of the next video. Bye!
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here.